Welcome, gamers. It is Monday. We're back again with another edition of this thing that we do on Mondays sometimes. Godot game development. This is today's image. It is unrelated really to anything, but I didn't know what to draw, so here it is. And then we also have a penguin. Now, does anyone know penguins? Is anyone aware of what type of penguin this is? We don't know. We simply do not know. It used to tell. Oh, it's a Gen 2 penguin. Yo, Linux reference, Gen 2. Anyway, welcome Stream Elements. Welcome Stanley and Ronmu and Michael and Duck and Yuko and Chocojax and Zully and Deffins and Low Efforts and A Pullen. Alright, we already know. We've done this many times. Open up Godot. Right there. Welcome, Camn? I'm gonna assume that is how you pronounce it. Anyway, we're gonna describe what I've done since last time. Honestly, not that much. I have not changed that much. Last time, if you remember, we were doing this thing. We were, whoa, what? Resource not found. World shaders not found. What? Hold on. This has never happened. Resource file not found? Do I have a merge conflict somewhere? In this building, Gen 2? What the? It broken. No, it works. It works on my main computer. And just something happened. There's probably some kind of synchronization conflict. It's gonna say, you know, a conflicted file. I knew it. I knew it. Let's remove these. The pro tip: you can do this. You could simply do this. Okay, that should be good, I think. Let's try to run it. It does work. It did fix whatever the issue was. There's some synchronization conflict, it's fine. Anyway, what have I changed since last time? Good question. Last time, if you remember what we were doing on this stream, we were deciding how to put items in the background. And by items, I mean, I don't even know how to describe it. We had like these solid things, but in the background, and you could jump on them. And it was a bit weird because we did not know how to convey to the user that they could actually walk past those. But yeah, today I've and by today I mean on Friday or Saturday, I replaced them with bridges. Welcome Panis as well. So let me explain what they look like in the game. Okay, look at this. We got bridges. There's like a top portion. Whoops. Top portion with the rope on top of it. And then look at that. They connect quite nicely. And then you just check what they look like. Saturday. It's not even Saturday. It's literally Monday. And look at this. They're connecting. But look, that's not all. You might think that's all. It's not. Let's check this one out. Yo, what? We got platforms? See, my issue was that we had floating ones, and those did not make sense, right? It doesn't make sense for those platforms to be floating. So then this one I've added scaffolding, so it's not just like in the middle of nowhere. And now, I mean, maybe it's not obvious you can walk through it, but look at this. It's like in the background. So now you can tell we don't have just floating platforms. They're either attached to something or they have scaffolding to hold it up. I think that makes it much nicer, right? We could consider adding like some actual background things. But you know, we got this. Welcome Altscop. Yeah, look at this. And then look at this. Whoa, this looks so nice. Are you seeing this? It's like a little terrace. You go up and then you read the sign and you're like, oh, you can press a button. And then, you know, you could do this. Anyway, it makes sense now. It makes so much sense. It's actually like really convenient to make as well. So if I go to the one-way platform, I have one bridge thing, and then as I add them, it makes them automatically. So look at this, we get the top as well. I mean, this doesn't make sense, but we'll never have a situation where we'll have this. But look, it makes some sense. That's something, but it's not going to be like that. So you could do this. It'll add the things on top automatically. And then you could attach the supports, and then they automatically attach as well. I mean, this, we never have a case where we have it in the middle, but it's fine. You could totally do this. And then these have no collision. These have no collision. Only these have collision. So if I show you the collision shapes, am I going to have dash jumps? No, I'm going to have gliding. Alright, look at the collision shapes, okay? And these collision shapes, that collision shape right there. And then go back to the ones that are down here. These supports have no collision shape. So it is quite nice, very cool. It's basically all I've done since last time, so I have to decide what I'm doing today. And I have not thought about it because I've been busy at work, just doing stuff at work. Alright, so what's on my list of ideas? Check that game ideas list. Relatable. Were you actually doing work? I know, we were watching the same stream, but I was also actually doing work. Okay, let's see. List of ideas. Let's see. I was gonna add like a cave background of some kind. You know, because currently I only have two types of backgrounds. I have the dirt, and I have the snow. Also, if anyone did not see this last time, it's not just snow. It's not just the background. We also have snow particles. So you go up here. As soon as you enter this area, also the sky darkens. Check this out. Bam. Whoa, look at it. We got snow falling down. The clouds have darkened. Welcome, catpots. And look at it, it transitions so smoothly. You got, it's like a darker blue, but you know, since the sky is darker, it makes sense. And then, you know, because the clouds are not white, the spikes don't actually intersect. You know, we had the issue where the spikes had the same color as the clouds, and then you could not tell that there were spikes. Also, welcome Neo Zero. Thank you for the 21 months. That is, in fact, many a month. Wolfie works for Johnny Appleseed. It's not true. Doesn't make any sense. Alright, oh, I also need to change this. These falling platforms are not snowy, so that is something I could change. I might do that off stream because that's kind of boring. I don't know what else I could add that would be interesting for a stream. Just like, I could work on like a cave background. You know, I was planning on having the underground area be cave themed. So we have dirt, we have snow, and then this area right here with all the mushrooms, this could be underground. Let me see the other list of ideas I have. I have biomes, cave. Oh, I think I also need a better indication that some of these platforms can fall. Because like, okay, so for rooms like these, you could kind of like infer that you would have to, you know, have them fall down, but it's not that obvious. So I'm thinking I can make them a little bit more distinct, or make them have like a subtle shaking effect. Welcome, Porkfu. Is a beach area planned? It is not planned. I have not added water to the game at all. It's fine. Yeah, they could be shaken subtly on their own, so that it's obvious that they're moving. I think that would make sense. You know, maybe I'll do that right now. I'll do that right now on this stream. Why does this song have lyrics? I hate when songs do this. Okay, let's test it with this one. What if you add a blue floor and call it water? It doesn't make sense. It's unreadable, okay? A desert? No. There's going to be 3 biomes. Okay, there's going to be dirt, there's going to be snow, and cave. Now, cave might just be like gray. It might be like a gray texture like this one. And then for decorations, we could have rocks. I might also add trees. Because like the background is pretty empty. Besides, like, you know, sometimes we have like flowers, we have grass. You could have bigger decorations like trees. There's like an empty area right here we could put something in. Some Easter eggs. But Easter is over. That was literally last month. I don't know what kind of Easter eggs. I do have, I mean, there are some rooms that I have not actually updated. I added some rooms back here because I originally designed this in such a way that I would expect the user to go back to previous areas, but then after designing a bunch of levels, I'm like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for the player to, like, they get the glide and then they go all the way back here for some reason. There's nothing here. So I might just remove this. There was like another room back here as well, this one. But I mean, these could be Easter eggs, I don't know. These could count toward 100% completion, but I feel like the game is mostly linear. There's not too many places where there's like branching paths. A rat can appear. Doesn't make any sense. Why would there be rats? It's Cindy. Maybe. It could be, yeah, maybe there's something. Maybe there's an alternate ending. Huh? Maybe instead of going up here, you actually go over here, and then I don't know, some kind of alternate. I don't even know what the ending is. You go to the top, and then that's it. Then you're done. The rat emote. It's right there. We got the rat. Oh shoot, a rat. Alright. What was I gonna I was gonna add I was gonna make the platform shake. That's what I was doing. Tiny Wolfie PNG? No, I'm gonna be in the credits, okay? There's gonna be credits in this game. And I'm gonna be there. Gonna play this game and I'll be like, whoa, what the Wolfie's in this game? That's crazy. He made this? Crazy. How did he do it? And you, yeah, also you, the player, as well. All right, let's go look at the platforms. Okay, we got the dirt texture. We got the what is that platform called? Falling platform. Moving. What is it? Which one is it? Climbable falling platform? This one. Okay, so we have an animation player, and this one is for when it's shaking. Now this shake specifically is when it's about to fall. We can make a new one that's an idle animation. Dirt texture and cold dirt texture, exactly. There's snow. You should make a gallery, and whenever you collect the clover, you unlock a Wolfie drawing. I mean, it could be like Celeste. You know how like in Celeste you collect strawberries? And then at the end, based on how many strawberries you collected, you get like a different art. Maybe. I don't know. It's entirely possible. Yeah, so true. So true. If you get no clovers, then you're sad. Whenever you beat the game, it shows a message, subscribe. No. I will not do that. Alright, how do I add animations? Click on this. New animation. Idle animation. If you get no clovers, you get the Wolfie worm. If you get no clovers, you will simply die. Bad ending, you just die. There's no clovers, it'll be clover? No, that doesn't make any sense. It does make sense. Okay, we can have a subtle shake animation. This will be perhaps how do I set the property? It's going to be a 1 second animation, and then you gotta adjust the sprite position. If you get no clovers, it calls your parents and tell them you've died. But then you would need to input your parents' information. You'd be like, to play this game, please provide contact information in the case of your untimely demise. You're not responsible for any deaths that occur. That's how it works. That's how this game works, guys. You gotta sign a waiver to play this. Alright, we're gonna have animated sprite 2D. We will have the position be adjustable. Create animated sprite. Animated sprite. What about the animated Coca-Cola? It's all about the sprite. Simply steal all the players' contact information. We would never do that. Alright, we got 1 second animation. We're gonna add one thing here. Welcome, nutritious. Okay, and then what? And then at the, it's gonna go 1 less. Add it there. Wait. How do I insert key? Insert 3 keys. 3 specific keys. And then over here, you got this one. It's going to be at, make this a 2 second animation. Is that too long? You think a 2 second animation is too long? Okay, so this one will occur at 0.5 seconds. And we'll have one at 1 second, and then one at 1.5 seconds. And then another one at 2 seconds. You have 120 keyframes, that's too many. It's way too many. Alright, so this one is going to move. It's going to move to the left. -1 pixels. And then it's going to move 1 pixels. Okay, how does this work? Okay, shaken is shaking. Alright, and then you go to the script. That is not number of frames. It's simply based on the timing. Alright, so we got animation player dot play idle. Okay, when it's ready, it'll play the idle animation. It'll also play this one. Okay, and then when it has fallen, once it has shooken, if it shakes, if it has not shook. Let's see if this works. It does not appear to work. Wait, is it working? Are you seeing? It doesn't look like it's working. Okay, what if I make it 2 pixels instead of 1 pixel? Hold on, there's some errors. Animation not found idle. Animation player. That's right. I need to save, right? Is that it? No, it does not exist. Idle animation does not exist. I literally made it though. What are they talking about? Animation player. Play. Animation player. It's right there. Make it 200 pixels. That's too many. That's way too many. Are the specified pixel counts before or after? It is before. 1 pixel is 1 real pixel on the canvas. As in of the sprite. 1 pixel of the sprite. Alright, so why is this not working? We do have a idle animation. But why is it not there? Why? Why is it not there? I demand to know the answer to this question. Okay, what if it was because it was a climbable falling spike? Is this the same one? Is there a different? We have the same one for falling and idle. Can I copy this? Is there a way to copy this animation? No. Oh, hold on. Okay, the spike one has... I'm using the same script for the falling one with the spikes and the falling one without the spikes. I think the one with the spikes is not working. But then, okay, so this one does work. I've just noticed this one does work. I need to make it loop though. Let's see. How do I do that? This one. Autoplay. Loop. Is there a loop? I'm gonna search some stuff. Godot loop animation. How do I loop an animation? Animation loop mode. Okay. Is it not settable in this? Not. Is it one of these? Loop wrap mode. Wait. Wrap loop interp. Is there like a button for it? No. Maybe I'll just do it in the code. You know, that's how you do it in the code. Animation player dot. You gotta get the animation. Enable the animate. Oh, it's literally right there. It's this button right here. Okay, I did not see that. Welcome, Hamp. Welcome, SRY. Loop icon. Exactly, I found it. Alright, so this one is looping. It's kind of strong though. I feel like 1 pixel is kind of a lot. And like we don't have sub pixels in this game. Wait, it's moving. It appears to be moving 2, doesn't it? Oh, that's because I see. Because 1. No, it's because it's moving a total of 2. Because we start off 1, we move to the left 1, and then we move to the right. Maybe we don't move over to the left. This one could just be like 1 second long. You can also click again to make it ping pong. Wait, that's actually goated. Do I want that though? No, I think this is fine, right? This, it goes here and then it goes that way. Okay, let's delete these ones. Delete this one. Welcome, Hoppy Hollow. Sub pixel. Okay, so it's moving like that. I think it should be 2 frames long. Am I doing float calc? No. Not at all. Okay, so this is at 2 seconds. This one will be at 1 second. What does this look like? Okay, I mean, that looks alright. I could change the smoothing. Using could be 1, maybe, I don't know. 1 is the default. Is there like what do we do? Just continuous discrete. Nearest linear cubic. Is there's no like built-in like, oh no, there is, okay. Ease in out. Sure. Ease in out. This one as well. Yeah, this one. It's the wrong one. It's this one. Alright. I think that maybe looks better. I don't know. It is only moving by 1 pixel, so it is kind of hard to gauge exactly. Actually, I think that looks fine. And then what happens when you jump on it? How long have I been working with Godot? About 2 months, maybe like 2.5. This is my first like real game, I guess. Okay, so there's some shake. Makes it obvious that it is a platform that can be movable. so I think that works. All right, now we just got to add the same one to the other one. Yes, I could maybe just copy this one, right? If I just copy this, and then I go to this one, and then I delete this one, and then I paste. Does this then work? It does. It's that easy. Okay, I should make them like not synchronized though. They are in fact just moving at the same time. Hold on, there is something wrong here. Ready animation not found item. What are they talking about? Are there other moving platforms that I have not updated? Probably. Okay, so I know there is an animation progress thing. Have I done games before? This is my first game. I've coded some things in Pico 8. Nothing like really major. I've made some, not really, like I worked on Flash games, but really I just did the art for them back in the day. Someone else did the coding, so I don't know if that counts. What the frick? Is anyone, what is this? I don't even know what game this is. Avowed Premium Edition, upgrade your experience and forge your what? Does anyone Windows 11 is just having sponsored things on my desktop. Turn off all notifications for suggested. What is that? What the heck is that? Avowed? I don't even know what that is. Windows 11 Avowed ad. What are they doing? Microsoft getting desperate with advertisements? Random ads. Avowed Deluxe Edition? Yeah, what is this? Why are they showing me ads? Microsoft Premium? Avowed was the Obsidian game? I don't even know what that is. What are they doing? Microsoft. Alright, so I think it was like animation progress, right? Animation player dot progress. What was it? Animation progress? Alright, I'm gonna look it up. Godot progress. Avowed. Oh, not progress bar. I just want. Don't I do this somewhere? Progress. Frame progress. Oh, but that's different though. That's a different thing. Godot start mid animation. Is that a thing? Let's just look at the docs. Animation player, playing speed is playing. Custom speed from end, play section. Can I start from like a seek? Is that what it is? Seek. Seek the animation to the second point. If update is true, animation updates to otherwise. Updates process time. Events between current frame and second are skipped. Okay. So I could just get a random value between start and end. So let's see. You can go to animation player dot seek. Is there like a length? Can I get the length of the animation? Get animation. I could just hard code 2 because I know it is 2 seconds, but maybe I don't want to do that. How do I get animation? Get animation list. What is it? Godot get animation. Animation player. Animation. No, I thought there was a class just called animation. Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna hard code. I'm just gonna hard code. Hold on. We need a random number generator. Godot RNG. So on ready, it will random. Actually, is there a way to have it when you play an animation to not start from the beginning? It's like remember where you were the last time it was animated. Because I could just randomize the animation position in the beginning, and then I don't need to do it every single time I reset. Get playing speed, get Q. Is it like play? If I just do play. From end. Custom blend, advance. Don't get length on the animation. How to set animation length. How to get the current time. Yes, that's what I want. Current animation position. Wait. Current animation position. Position in seconds. Animation length. Oh, length in seconds of the currently playing animation. Okay. Now the question is, does it... If I update it on the same frame, does that count as the currently playing animation? Oh, okay. Animation player dot current animation length. And then we need to randomize. Randomize. In global scope, you can find a randomized method. Method should be called only once when your project starts. That's not what I want. I just want to get a number. So there's a seed. You get the seed. You can hash the number. Do you have to make an RNG every single time? Is there no? There's no like global RNG I can use. I could define a global. Could have an auto load script, perhaps. Godot global RNG. You just use the rand I. Okay, Godot rand I. Also welcome Neomancer. Okay, I'm just gonna try that. Rand range. Rand range. So it accepts Godot rand range. Rand range. What? Excuse me. Where is the rand range? Where did rand range? Is that a Godot 3 thing? Oh, rand F range. I see. It was renamed. Rand F range. So it accepts minimum and maximum. Okay, so random from 0 to the current length. Yeah, they changed it. Can't believe they would change it. Alright, so in reset, simply play idle. We'll put this here. And then I guess I don't need to do this. I could simply call reset here. Because then that does all the similar things. Let me see if this works. Alright, so they appear to be moving at different rates now, which is good. That is exactly what I wanted. Alright, so that's good. That works. And then what? And then you gotta figure out why these things are breaking. Falling platform.gd reset. Oh, because I used the same script for the other regular falling platforms. Alright, so in that one, I think I could just add another animation that does nothing, because those platforms should not shake. Let's see, we got regular falling platform. And then in this one, animation player, we'll add another one called idle. And then that one, it does nothing. There's nothing changes at all. All right, and then everything works now. Everything is perfectly fine. Oh, look at that. Now you can tell things are moving around. It's great. All right, let's commit this. Good progress today. So we've added animations. We've added this stuff. We added that guy. Okay. And idle shake animation to falling platform. All right. Okay, so that's one thing that I'm done with. Shaking platform. All right. Next thing I can add, I could work on adding a cave biome, or I could adjust these platforms to be snowy, instead of, you know, having the wrong kind of background. Things to consider. Many things to think about. It's fine. I think maybe I'll work on a cave biome. Let's add a new type of texture. Let's go open up Sprite. And we will see. We will take a look. We got the dual grid. Okay, we have a third texture. This one is going to be a blue one. We're going to replace the blue with the real texture. So let's see, we have our dirt texture here. I could duplicate the snow one. I'll call this one like rock or something. Okay, so the rock texture. Also welcome any old irony. It mentions global scope in another page. Rand still exists. I see. That's like a bit non-obvious to me. I feel like I've checked the documentation for random numbers, and I never. They should suggest that on the same page for people that don't care about, you know, consistent randomness. All right, so we got this rock texture. This one. Just play around with some colors. What if it was like this? It's a bit too light. What if it was like this and this? Sure. What if it was purple? Oh, that's possibly an idea. Well, we only have one shade of purple though. We have purple and, well, okay, we have this. That is a bit strange. This kind of reminds me of Wario Land. I feel like I think we'll go with gray. Or what if it was actually just like darker brown? This could work. I mean, it could be gray. Gray is like a bit boring though. It could be gray, or it could be this shade of brown. Teal. I mean, I feel like teal is a bit too close to this one though. A snowy texture. What if 0000FF? I'm gonna use that for something else. It's gonna be the mask color. All right, maybe I'll try this color for now. For now, I'm just gonna copy the existing dirt texture and then just change it to blue. All right, so we have a third one of these colors. This one is going to be just blue, just regular old blue. How do I how do I do this? Okay, you do this, and then, oh, my colors are over here. I didn't even notice. All right, so red, 0. Okay, we got this color, and then that's good. And then I can delete this thing. Alright, so simply go through these one by one and color them blue. And you just make sure that they're in the same order as I expect. Yep, that looks good. And then I do this one. There. And then that one. Oops. And the reason why I'm doing it this way is simply because if I just paint in the whole thing, it might put these out of order. Like, it depends on the way that they're paint bucketed. I mean, I could just reorder them in this thing, but it's a bit annoying. Welcome Delicious Smile as well. Okay, so we got this this blue. Let's go. Let's save that. All right, then we have to update our shader. So now we have to add a thing for blue. And simply just copy paste. Instead of green, it'll be blue, color blue, overlay texture blue, and this one. And you could be like, Wolfie, don't you know you can find and replace? You are so right. But I don't know the thing for it. Okay, it's fine. Okay, then we have overlay texture blue. Just copy this one and change this to blue. All right, and then we just we take our foreground and then we add the new texture. This one right here. All right, then we gotta enable it in the tile map. Have I done anything with shaders? Yes, this is a shader right here. The shader basically just takes these colors and replaces them with another texture. I'm also using shaders for the pickup animation that I have. There's like a little radial pickup animation somewhere. Let me see if I can show it to you. This one. Oops. This. So this little shiny background thing, that's a shader as well. I'm also using a shader for the white outline for these collectibles. And also the fact that it's moving up and down, that is also a shader. The dithering shader? No, I got rid of it. I got rid of it. Actually, I made a clip of it. So I've been playing Replicube. Well, not since the last time I streamed it, but I was playing Replicube, and I think that is the game where you write shaders for like a 3D kind of program thing just for fun. And he was like, this is just like real shaders. And then I posted a clip and I was like, just literally when I was playing, you know, Replicube, I remembered how to make a checkerboard pattern. And then I applied that in my real code in real life. Yeah, dithering shader's gone. Do I do dithering myself? Oh, do you mean like the background? Like this background right here? That one is built into Asprite. They have a built-in thing that does that. I always forget how to do it though. I think you like choose one of these and then there's like a gradient, that's what it is. Gradient tool. Yes. Alright, so let us enable the new things. Okay, so we have these new things to add. Tile set. Is there a way to just copy these? I think I tried it before. I don't know if it works. If I select these and copy them, can I simply just paste them? No, I don't know what I just did something. I'm not sure what something just changed. I might have pasted something somewhere by accident. I guess I have to do it manually. All right, we go to the tile set. We click on all these guys. It is lagging for some reason. Why is this one being enabled? There's nothing there. Okay, and then I really don't have to do all this manually. Okay, you choose all these. You set the rendering to 4,4. I think that's how I had it set up for the other ones, right? Welcome tag barrel. 4 and 4. And then, and then we gotta set the collisions. Select property, physics layer. That one. Okay, so if I remember correctly, this is everything that has a tile on the bottom right. That is collidable. So that's one of them. That's one of them. This one is one. That one. These ones. That one. Wait. Yes, that is correct. All right. And then we go here to make a new one. This one's going to be called rock. And I move it up to be on the same level as the other ones. All right, so which one of these are rock textures? Clearly, it's gotta be these ones, right? All right, so the rock ones. So if it is on the bottom right, it is a rock texture. So it's that one, and that one, this one, that one, and this one. All right, and then the other ones are decorations. So this one, these three, that one, and this one. I think I totally forgot about these two up here. No, okay, that's fine. All right, and then gotta always remember how to do this one. With this one, that one is rock, that one is rock. This may be very confusing for someone who is not familiar with whatever the heck it is I'm doing right here. That's fine, don't you worry about it. At some point it makes sense. Set up this one, and that one, and this one, and those two. And those guys right there. Alright, and then we got these two. And also this one. And the question is, do I have it set up for the decorations as well? I don't. Okay, so this should work. If I go down here and I try to add some rock texture, it works. Okay. That works good. Alright, so now we just need to make it look nicer. So instead of being this grass texture, we're going to have a rocky kind of surface. Now, how do I do that? Good question. Good question. Well, for a rock texture, the sides would not be smooth. Actually, I think I tried to do a rock texture before. I wonder if I still have it here. I might not have saved it in this same directory. Hold on, it's probably on my other computer. Let me check locally. Dual grid alternate. Okay, I wonder if this works. If I just copy this from my other computer, and then I go to this computer, it does not work, okay. Okay, if I copy from here, what if I save this? If I save this as something, I put it into the same directory. We got code directory, we got Godot, we've got Celeste, we've got assets. I'll name this one test. Test.asprite. Alt, exactly. I was thinking when I said that, I was like, that's alt right there. That's literally the guy who's in chat. Okay, look at that. We've finished syncing the file. Now you're gonna look at this and you're gonna be like, whoa, what the? How does he do it? Test. So I tried making something like this earlier, and it did not look good, but maybe somehow it'll be different this time. So let's see if I go here. What? If I copy this, how do I take this, copy it, and then we paste it? It is not pasting. Why is it not pasting? Because I didn't select the tile map layer. Is that what it is? What? I pasted the wrong thing. How do I save this? Wait, how do I copy this thing? Sometimes Asprite is like really confusing. I just want to copy this. Edit. Copy merged? Is that what it is? Ah, there we go. Alright, so then this one, simply delete these guys right there. And that one, and this one. Alright, so the inside is going to be this texture. Right there. I never understood Asprite. How handy do you feel it is for pixel art and animations? I think it's really nice for Godot at least. There is an Asprite Godot importer plugin, which I've explained this before, but we have all of our entities in the same file. You can have all the animations in here. I don't have to like make sprite sheets for any of these. You have like this one. You just import the animation directly into Godot. What is this? This spikes. Still use Photoshop? I'm sure it's fine. I think Asprite has a bunch of things that are pretty nice for pixel art specifically. Like it's got like the dithering stuff. There's a cool thing that it has like a shader. What's it called? It's not a shader. If you have like a bunch of colors, for example, similar to how you would do it in Photoshop, if you have like a limited palette, this is mostly where it matters. If you have like this thing, right? And you want it to like darken everything by one tone, they have a shading brush. So you can simply select things, you know, and then, look at this, shading brush. And then, okay, I did it in the wrong order, but if I did it like this instead. Oh, this is a lightning brush. I don't know, there's some way to do it. It'll take the color in the ramp, and then it'll take the next color that's up, and then replace it with that color. If I had done it correctly, this would look nice, but it doesn't. It is pretty cool. I actually used that for the when I was going between the snow scene. Oh, the way that this is set up, there are actually two different textures. Let's take a look at it. Background. So like we have this one, right? We have sky, and then we have sky dark. Clouds and clouds dark. This one and this one. And then I think when I wanted to make clouds dark, all I did was like I selected these, and then I just, wait, that's the wrong layer. I just did this. That's not what I did. What did I do? I did this. It's not working for some reason. Was it the other way? I do it this way. I don't know. I did something. At some point it worked. Oh, because white wasn't selected. Yeah, oh, look at this. You can shade simply by doing this. You can shade it, and then if you go over it again, it gets darkened even more. Do this. Wow. Anyway, that's a thing you can do. There's lots of conveniences you can get in free alternatives. Exactly. Anyway, I'm gonna drink some water. It is 6 p.m. after all. Welcome, Stove God. Hope streams have been good. They have been pretty good. I do think they have been pretty good. Alright, it's water time. Alright. It has been successful. I did not drown, which is good. Alright, so we got this thing. Alright, what's the deal with this? Does this look like a rock texture? It's a bit too smooth. I feel like it needs to be a bit rougher. Alright, so let's go back here. Let's maybe add some more texture around it. What if it was like... Wait. Do this. We've managed to avoid drowning. Exactly. What I don't like is that this is the same color as the background. This is very similar. I can't tell what I'm doing. Is there a way to like change the grid color? Grid settings. What? Grid color? Is there a grid color? Thanks for the background chit chat until Wednesday. I'm not streaming on Wednesday. If you come back on Wednesday, I'm not going to be here. Okay, we got hold on. A sprites. Was it grid color? How to change color of grid? Edit preferences grid. Edit preferences grid. Visible pixel grid. What if I made it this weird shade of blue? It doesn't even work. What? Grid for the active document, width 8. What? Alright, I don't know, whatever, I don't know. I'm just gonna pretend that I understand. Oh, maybe it'll look fine once I add the decorations. That's probably what it is. It's smooth now, but if I add, you know, some rocks on top, maybe it'll look better. It's entirely possible that this is totally fine, actually. Maybe. That looks kind of nice. This looks kind of nice, though. Alright, we can start replacing some of these. Okay, I also need to set up a transition tile between them. So like when I had these, I set these up for the grass and snow. I need a similar thing for the dirt. Sorry, for the rocks. Add a shader to add some noise. Some shader noise. Maybe. I feel like the shaders are a bit... If I just have it be noise, I want to make it like... So the way that I have the snow set up, it adds some variety by simply... It's like similar to how I have the grass here. The snow is a bit uneven, specifically because I have these decorations on top. Right there. Then add some variety. I think I'll just do the same thing for the cave area. So presumably it'll look nicer. I could also add some stalactites. That's a thing. It's a thing that exists. Did I messed up my grid? Hold on. Grid settings. It's gotta be... Okay, there it is. Too lazy for that. It's automated though. I'm not manually adding these. There's a script that does it. So you'll notice if I just add dirt, there's a random chance for there to be decorations on top. Same thing for snow. These things are randomized. Bam. Alright, so right, I was gonna add this thing. So I will simply copy this and paste it here. I think there is a way to replace colors. Let's see, you select your first color. So I want to replace green with blue. And then what, modify, how do I do it? I've done this once before. Layer, edit, replace color. Look at that, it's that easy. Okay, so we have this thing, and then I have to set it up in the same way as the other ones. I wish there was a better way to do this. There probably is a better way to do this. I just don't know what it is. Alright, so you select all these. And then what? And then you set the texture origin to be 4, 4. Then go to the collision, right? You do the same thing. These are all collision enabled. Right there. And then you go here. Alright, so which one of these are rock? If it's on the bottom right, it is a rock. So this one, that one. This one, that one, this one. And that one. And this one. Alright, and then the other ones are dirt. So that one. And these ones, and that one. Now you gotta set up the peering bits. So this one, scroll up, scroll down. So those are dirt. This is dirt. So these two are dirt. And that one's dirt. These two are dirt. Those two are dirt. And also these. And that one. Truly engaging commentary. Tune into the stream for streamer to say what things are and are not dirt. Yo, this one's dirt. This one though, that's not dirt. That's totally dirt though. This one, that's rock. It's also rock. These two are rock. That's also rock. This one as well. You would not guess. That is also rock. As are these two. And also this one. Can you write a classifier program to decide if sprites are dirt or not dirt? Probably. I've done something similar when I was in school. Support vector machines, that was a thing. I remember. Those were some times. Alright, so now we test whether we can mix dirt and rock. Yes, look at that seamless blending. Ignore this thing up here. Oh, look at this though. Whoa, whoa, look at, whoa, that's crazy. I just need to add these. You can mix and match. Work flashbacks. Anyone writing support vector machines? Blending, that's what Blender does. Does Blender really blend though? Is it really doing that? We just don't know. Okay, so we gotta do a similar thing. So let's see. The cave area is always going to be below the regular area. Right, so I don't need to handle the case where we go from dirt, sorry, that we have to go from cave back to dirt. Wait, is that true? Hold on, this area is going to be in the cave. This as well is going to be in the cave. It does eventually go back up and to the right. But there will not be dirt below, so maybe it's fine. It's actually totally fine. So, okay, so for this one, we want the dirt is actually going to be on the top. I'm just going to copy these and put them here. Alright, and then we start mixing them. So let's see, this one's gonna be the dirt. I'm gonna take 4 things from here. Paste them. Wait, is this smaller than the other one? This thing is only 3. No, that's 4. I just copied the wrong one. Okay, it actually does go down to here. Okay, so we have get the dirt right there. Got the cave right there. Okay, then we do the same thing for this side. Put that over there. And then, alright, so this one's going to be blue. Instead of being this color, it's going to be blue. Let's see, from here, this white is actually, should be this color. And then we should have some grass bleeding into this. Like that, right? Is that how it works? Is that how it works, guys? It is. Okay, so this one, got some grass going there. We got some grass going here. And this one, that's good. It's totally fine. Alright, so we have the thing on the top. And then we do a similar thing for the one below. From the bottom, however, it looks like this. Let's see, so instead of green, it's going to be this. It's right there, right? It's literally right there. Replace the green with this one. Take some red and put it over there. Or not, or maybe not. Perhaps this is fine. Like this. And then that goes over there. Wow. Now this might not look good right now, but I'm telling you, once it's in the game, it's gonna look like something. Maybe. I hope so. Alright, and then the same thing for this one. So we got the left side and the right side. This one is going to be, wait, I think I flipped these two around. Because I copied it from the middle. I did not mean to copy it from the middle. I meant to copy this one on the left side. Is that right? Is that true? Yes. And then I copy this one on the right side. Like that. And then I have to remember how I did the dithering. Did the dithering? That's such a strange strange way to say things. Did the dithering. Okay, it's like that. Right, that's probably fine. And then we take the same one. We take the one from the side. He's just saying, bro is just saying words. Anyone saying words right now? Any word sayers out there? No, it better not be. How dare you say words? Okay, this one is there. Never said a word. That's how it should be. No one should be saying words. In this economy, talking is crazy. It's not even allowed. This one goes there. And then you got the one over there. What is the longest anyone here has talked? Like, I know some people do streams. What is your longest stream? Longest time that you've talked consecutively? I guess, I don't know, even then people do take breaks. It's not like non-stop talking. 12 hours? You did a 12-hour stream? Who has done a 24-hour stream? Not me. Never again. My longest stream probably was like 5.5 hours maybe. Is that true? Wait, is there a way to sort video by length on YouTube? Non-streamer, probably 30-minute presentation. Yeah. I feel like I'm fine with talking on stream, but then like when I do a presentation for work, I feel like it's more draining. I don't know what it is. Even though I'm just like reading from a slide, somehow that's like more tiring. Like after I'm done doing a presentation at work, I feel so stressed and like even during the presentation. I don't know. Maybe because like the people there are like, you know, from work. is that a thing? The audience? Maybe. I don't know. It's possible that is a reason. There is a way. I did a 12-hour one, but took a 40-minute break. See, that's a shorter break than, you know, when people do like subathon streams even. That's pretty impressive. Okay, so we have this texture. We gotta do the same one for this one. But then this one, I think the I think, well, this is fine for now. Let me just make sure this works. Alright, so we select these. We set these up. We then paint. So the bottom right is there. Oh, I need to also change some other stuff. Welcome, Props on Jack. Greetings, gamers and game developer. Hey, it could be plural game developer. There could be more than one game developer in the chat right now. There probably are. Alright, and then you go here, and then you gotta adjust these things again. Alright, so that one is dirt. This is dirt. That's not dirt. All Wolfie viewers are game developers? It's not true at all. It's false information. Alright, and then the rock. Bochi the rock. This is Bochi the rock. That's Bochi the rock. Alright, and then you take this one. Yeah, someone would go on there and tell lies? I don't think so. I would never lie. Imagine lying. Cringe. This one is decoration. These ones right here, are just decorating. Have I done a survey? No, but I can just tell, okay? I can tell that not everyone here is a game developer. I do know that there are some people who have possibly developed games. A game developer, I thought it was a VTuber watcher. You can be both. Alright, have a good night. Liquid cake. Going to sleep. I have done game dev before. I'm a Wolfie viewer, so simple statistics say 100% of Wolfie viewers are game dev. That's not true. It is confirmation bias. Or whatever the fallacy is. Also, did I welcome Orfish? I saw you. I don't know if I welcomed you. I tried to develop a game in high school, but didn't know enough code to do anything. But what about now, though? You could do it now. If you wanted to. Okay, this one, that one is... There's dirt right there. That also is dirt. This as well is dirt. Alright, so rock. That is rock, and this is rock. That is rock, this as well. And then this one. Longest stream is 5 hours and 40 minutes. Which one was that? I would like to know. How do you find out? Is there like a website? Is there like some kind of thing? Why did I stream for that long? Streams chart. Oh, it's Twitch tracker. See, for some reason I was thinking of like YouTube VOD specifically. What are my longest stream? Hours streamed. How do I sort this? Sort by stream date, hours watched, airtime, sort by airtime. That's what it is. Games. The stream was just called Games. December 14th, 2024 games? Why did I stream for that long? Oh, it was the, wait. It was the Overcooked collab. That's what it was. It was it's when I collab with Hamflo, Zoe, and Nawadon. I remember that. That's why it was so long. That's what I was trying to use, but it seems to be having issues. Oh, that Twitch third-party website. It's not Twitch. Third-party website. Okay, we got this one. We got that one. These two are decorations. Those two as well. This one and that one. Alright, let's check if this works. Some of this should work. Does that work? Okay, so this works. And then we have... Okay, so that works, and this should work. And that works. Okay, now we need to implement this one. Simple as that. Airtime, was it a Jetstream? Jetstream Sam from Medal of Honor? Medal of Honor. Medal of Gear. Medal of Gear. Everyone's favorite game, Medal of Gear. We got this one, we got that one. This one is there, that's good. How long was the collab? 5 hours and 40 minutes? Apparently. And quite long. Quite the long stream. Ample stream for 9 hours and 10 minutes once. Was that the Mario... What was that game? Super Mario 3D World? Yeah, Mario 3D World. I was there for that. I remember. He was losing his mind. And I was there, and I saw it. I saw him lose his mind. It was sad. It was quite depressing. Alright, so this one, Gotta find the dirt, you know? You gotta get the dirt from here. You take this dirt and you move the dirt here. And then once you have that dirt, you just take the other dirt and also move it. He should simply stop losing his mind. Anyone losing their mind right now? When are we getting Wolfie karaoke stream? Never. It's not a thing that's happening. I don't know, maybe not never, but like, I don't plan on having one. Also, welcome Cozies. During the collab, after it was done, I went to stream my art redeems for like another 5 hours. That would be my longest stream. 5 hours. Oh wait, the reason why that stream was long was because I usually end my stream at 8 p.m. Eastern time. The collab started at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And then after the stream ended, I was like, I still have time. So then I streamed for a bit more. I remember that. I would simply choose not to sing. So you can sing Kiss Me. That's a classic song. When people do karaoke, that's usually a pretty good song for them to sing. Joker Jax did 34 hours. Yeah, it was her subathon though. But I feel like she was asleep for most of it. Or not most of it. Part of it. It was not like non-stop 34 hours. Alright, so let's see. We have this right here. She's always sleeping. Classic Choco J stream. Always out there with the eepin'. I was very eepy today. I was trying to like waking up. I was eeping. Any eepers out there? Eepin'. Alright, so this one is there. We should also have different colors. She is always drinking. She does sometimes drink, that is true. And by sometimes I mean at least once a week. I'm also drinking. Every hour I'm drinking on the hour. Water specifically. Like, Wolfie, what are you even drinking? So true, I am drinking water. Wolf is water right there. I'm drinking on the hour. On the hour. Every time an hour passes, you take a sip of your water. Wolf is waiver. What does that even mean? She's always claiming not to be a dog. She's not a dog though. Despite having dog-like features and having dog in her Twitch tags, she's simply not a dog. Okay, you can't imply that she is a dog just because she is dog themed. Does not mean anything. All right, we've added the below ones. Okay. And then I simply just have to click these and then select them as well. She's not a dog. What kind of VTuber is she? She's a dog VTuber, but she's not a dog, okay? Just because she's a dog VTuber does not mean that she's a dog, okay? Somehow. They're distinct, okay? Those are some delicious fire blue colors. They are simply just the masks. Doesn't make any sense. I think it makes sense. I think it totally makes sense. Why does she bark? Because people send money. And sometimes that's just how it goes. Thanks. Exactly, right? You can trust me. You can always depend on me to be someone who says things, who says words. I'm out here saying words sometimes. Choco J Dog a dog? Yes, Choco J Dog is a dog. Choco Jax is not a dog. Choco J Dog is a Choco J Dog? No. I mean, yes, it is, but it is also just like a regular dog. Well, is it a regular dog? I wouldn't say it's a regular dog. It is quite a unique dog that may not be a regular dog. There's a picture of a dog. This is not a pipe. This is simply an image of a pipe. A pipe bomb, perhaps. Alright, why doesn't this work? Did I set this up wrong? So we have the dirt. We have dirt. We have decoration. How did I set this one up? That's there. Those two are there. These ones are there. Metal pipe. Metal pipe solid. Most people would bark if you gave them enough money. Some people, they'll just bark like for free. They'll just do it. It's real. Not me though, I won't do it. Not even for money. So that's decoration. This decoration right there. This one is also decoration. And then we have dirt. Okay, these two are dirt. Those two are dirt. Rock. Oh, there it is. That's what I was missing. That's... Wait, no. It's decoration. This is decoration. Okay, and then this is rock. And then this is also rock. Barking stream. When was the last time you all barked? When was the last time I barked? I don't even know. Barking up the wrong tree. Okay, so this, look at this. This kind of works, right? Are you seeing this? Okay, I should fix this one to be a bit less prominent. Maybe like this, and then this one can go over there. There we go. Okay, so now we have this. This is now good. I think that's good enough to update the level. Alright, so let's see. Here we have cave. The cave starts here. Is it really the wrong tree if barking itself is enjoyable? I mean, you can enjoy barking up the wrong tree. It's totally possible. Hardest part of game dev is deciding when things are good enough. They're never good enough. They would never be. Nothing is ever good enough, guys. There's always things you can do. And that's why you should accept that nothing is ever good. Everything is always bad. That's not true. That's how you end up in 10 years of development hell? Exactly. Everyone knows. Alright, so this one is there. These are all here. So the cave area ends here. It starts here. All of these are part of the cave. Nothing is ever good enough. Let me try to make it better. Looks at time in Godot editor. No. You don't have to look at the time. There's no reason to look at the time. Time is not even real. It's simply a thing that we've all made up. And for what? And for what reason? We don't even know. Time is fake, exactly. Alright, now the question is, does this look good? I don't know if it does. Let's put the player in the cave area. Where are we? We're right here. I literally invented time. It's not true at all. Alright. Ooh, look at this. It's looking, we got some variety going on. It looks kind of boring. But that's fine. We just need to add some decoration. We also need to replace the background. Because it doesn't make sense that you can see the sky here. There must be more texture. I think this is good enough to commit for now. Let us commit these changes. Oops. Everything has already happened and the perception of passage of time is imagined. Yeah, nothing's even real. Can you believe that? That we think things are real and they aren't even. That they're simply not even for real, for real. Alright, we can remove test.asprite. Test.asprite.import. You know you can do this, by the way. Anyone aware with shell substitution, if you want to rename a file that has a similar thing, you could just do this. Otherwise, you need to type both paths. You simply do this. New research suggests white dwarf stars, the last structures which will exist in the universe, will decay in only 10 to the 78 years. That's a long time. We'll all be dead by then. Except me, I'll be alive. Oh, there he goes again, talking about death. You baited me. You got me to talk about death. Shrimply fake. Now, the game is going to be done very soon, okay? Definitely in the next 2 months, I will say. Probably, maybe the next month. This game will be in a, hopefully, released and playable state. I don't know, maybe not. What if it's not even... What if it's never done? Have you thought about this? Alright, let's see what we changed. We got the Asprite, we got the texture, we got the rock texture, we got Bochi the rock. Bochi is rocking. Okay, so add cave/rock tiles. Maybe the new universe is born out of the Wolfie game. True, so true. Okay, so let's add some variation to the texture. We can take the rock, Bochi the rock. We can just you know, just add a little bit of stuff above it, so that it's not so clean. There's like a little bit of variation, some variance, you know. Some variety. As we all know, variety is the spice of life. Some people don't like spicy food. But spice does not necessarily mean spicy. Isn't that weird? When something has spices, it's not necessarily spicy, despite having spices. Strange. Quite strange. What were they thinking? Okay, so that, I don't know if that really added any texture. No, there's some texture. Look at that. Alright, so let's add some decoration. Okay, the decoration specifically is going to be some rocks. We're gonna have some rocks right here. It'll maybe be like, you know, like this. Perhaps like this. And then some of that stuff. And then maybe some of that. I don't know. I feel like a lot of pixel art for me is just like making things up. Sometimes it looks good. sometimes it does not look good. Okay, now this kind of looks like spikes though. I want to avoid something like this. When things look like spikes. When they should not be. They are in fact not spikes, okay? Alright, so like what if this is good? What if this is adequate variety? Let's see how this looks. Right, so we go back to our tile set. We go to the foreground. Then we add the tile set, and then set these up. 1, 2, 3. And then you gotta set the what's it called? What is it called again? The probability. So the probability of one of these, maybe it'll be like 0.6. Fairly high probability. And then we just add these as decorations. So let's see, we have these ones here. These will all be decoration tiles. And these will only be valid if there is rock directly underneath. Right. And then we have this convenient plugin, update decorations, that I've added. Now look at that. We have some variety. Wow. Look at that. I can't really tell. Can't really tell if this looks nicer. I think I need to add the background. We need to make a background for this. Alright, so the background is going to be dark. It's going to be quite dark. Now, how specifically? How would it be done specifically? Good question, good question. Did I not set this one up? Hold on, what is this? Wait, oh, it's gotta be, hold on, how did I do the other decorations? We have this one, the grass. Oh, we need to have, alright, we need to have 2 decorations next to it. That's what I was missing. It was this and those. Oh, that's why the snow also isn't like that. We don't even have that. Alright, and then you try it again, and now this thing, okay, that thing was in fact fixed. I think it looks a bit better now. Wow, look at that. Variety. As we all know, that is the spice of life. I've already said that. Okay, let's add a background now. Now I feel like this will be different from the other background in the sense that it doesn't make sense to fade them between each other. I think instead, well, oh, I didn't even color this in. I think what I'll have is kind of like how Celeste has these backgrounds, right? If you look at Celeste specifically, well, okay, I'm going to try to find an example. Like, like this. Then we have like these things in the background, and then you can still see part of the sky through it. So I can make another one of these textures specifically for the background, and then just paint in on a lower layer. That is in fact a thing that I will do. Possibly right now even. But first I need to color these in. Alright, so we have rock. These are all rock. This one, and that one. And these two. Parallax effect, yes. I could also have that. I was not specifically thinking of parallax effect, but I think that would be good to have. Although at the moment the camera only moves when you move between rooms. So it would be kind of like not that obvious, but it's kind of like how the clouds move. Like at the moment when you move rooms, the clouds do actually move in a parallax fashion. Like right now you look at this one, the small cloud is here right now. If I move here, the small cloud has moved to the left. You can barely even notice it because the screen is moving so much. There could be a similar thing with the other thing. Possibly. Well, all right. So let's see here. We make another texture. Now this one doesn't need to have this sort of like thingamabob, you know? It does not need it. But it could have it. I could have another texture for the background dirt. And maybe that one will have a different pattern. If you could have something like parallax but smaller and weaker, you could call it Sinestro. Is that like a reference to... I mean, obviously that's a reference to something. But I don't know. Is that a superhero thing? Some kind of soups or heroes out here? Any soups or heroes out there? The Green Lantern villains? Is Parallax a villain from the Green Lantern series? I don't really know. I lack information for various things. Alright, let's make a background texture. Alright, so the background specifically. How am I going to do that? I'm going to copy these. I'm going to move these over here as to not intersect with these. Okay, and then I guess I copy this one. It's the embodiment of fear, which is what the yellow lanterns use. The elements of the Green Lanterns who use will. What did Will do? Why would they use Will? I thought, you know, is he not their friend? Will is the opposite of fear. Will is never afraid. He's so strong, he will never be afraid of anything. Really makes you think, really causes you to ponder. Alright, so with this one, what if I replace some colors, huh? So we have, well, what do we have here? What is a good background color? Dark color? It could be this dark color right here. So we could take this, wait, hold on, what color is this one? We could take this one. I guess this is also pretty dark. And take this color right here, replace it with this. Replace color. And then this looks bad now, but soon it will look slightly better. We'll take this one and we replace it with this one. That one. Edit, replace color. Yellow and green are next to each other, they aren't opposites. But what about from a hue, saturation, value perspective, huh? From the value perspective, yellow is, well, I guess it depends. Never mind, I don't know what I'm talking about. Imagine if I knew what I was talking about. And then you would have been like, whoa, so true, Wolfie. You're so right for this. But instead I wasn't. I was in fact wrong. And now you're like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't even know. Alright, I don't think this looks good, actually. I do not think this looks good at all. But, you know, we don't know. It's simply because I don't have it in yet. Maybe once I add it, then it looks good, right? And now we have to do all this again. Dude, come on. Can you believe this, though? For real, though? Alright, this one, you know, we don't need to have the margins. No, we do. We do. Let's have this one. Select all these guys. On the emotional spectrum, they're treated as opposites. What do they know, huh? DC Comics? What do they even know? What does DC Comics even stand for? These comics? Both of these comics? What do they mean by this? Detective comic. Wait, is it just DC? It's not DC Comics, it's just DC. Because the C stands for comics. Detective Comics. Exactly. Cave background. What are they doing? What are they even doing out there, huh? Are there even detectives in those comics? Recursive acronym syndrome. Exactly. Okay, then you have decorations. These are all decorations. Will should be the opposite of each other. Each on the other emotions is not an emotion. That is true. Will is not an emotion. Batman's a detective. Is he? Is he really a detective though? What about Amelia Watson? That's a detective. Too bad she's dead. Too bad she's not around anymore. If she was here, surely things would be different. But she's not. And that's messed up. Alright. Okay, so let's see. We got the foreground. Let's add a background. Background right here. We will take one of these. Let's take the ladders. Foreground. The hazards. Let's duplicate hazards. This will be background tile. Background tile. And then this will be right here. Okay, then you gotta delete all of these. You gotta select everything and then just go remove all of it. Okay, now we can add cave background. We should also detach this script. And then we should attach the other thing. What was the other thing? What was the other thing? Spider-Man has 1 extra sense. He's able to detect more things. He does have Spidey sense. He can in fact sense many things. Right, we got the material. Material. Shader material. And then what? And then what? Good question. We have cave background. Cave background's right here. And then we go right here. Let's fill the entire... What the frick? Oh, because I didn't set it... No, because it wasn't even set up correctly. We need another alternative, because this tile is the same as this tile. We need to add an alternate tile here. tile set, select this one, create an alternative tile. Right there it is. All right, and then this one right here, it's gonna have texture origin 4, 4, and then we have to set it up in the terrain again. This one right here. This one is going to be cave background, and then all these will be cave background as well. All right, so now, okay, then we need to make a new texture. A new texture that is darker. Cave background. All right, so this one, it'll be this dark color. I should just color the whole thing. We don't need partial coloring. It'll be the entire thing. Okay, dirt texture cave background is here. Oh, look at that. That looks like something, right? I should change this color though. I did not notice that there was gray there. That gray should not have been there. Where's that gray? It's like over there. It's like right over here. Oh, there it is. I thought that would have been handled by the find and replace, but it wasn't. Right, so this is too noisy. That looks good, right? Okay, so we have cave background. Cave background starts here. Some of this stuff. Cave background. Now we will add some texture to it. Don't you worry, it'll be added at some point. Eventually. And then also here. And also there. Welcome, Diego. Hello, Wolfie. Has anyone called you that? Yes, as a typo. I feel like people have said that as a typo. That is not the correct name. Alright, what does this look like? That is too dark. Do you think that's too dark? What the, wait. It's a different, that's not even supposed to be there. I didn't realize this would change both of them. Alright, so this background tile, we need to make this one unique. Okay, and then if I change this one, it should not affect the other one. It did affect the other one. I did not want it to affect the other one. Why was that not local? Local to scene, is that what it is? And then I do this. Is that anything? That is not, it's not it. That is in fact not it. Undo set shader. Shader, do I have to set a new shader material? Is that what it is? Make unique. And then shader parameters. We can have the same as shader script, right? We have the shader background shader. And then we set this one to be that one. Is that okay? That was in fact it. Interesting looking background. It may be too dark though. It feels so empty, so soulless and empty. We need some texture up in here. Although it does look a bit better than the sky, right? It does fit slightly better. What is the source of inspo for the PNG design? What, this one? This PNG? It was me running out of ideas. I did not know what to draw, so I just drew something. And that's what it was. Yeah, oh, I should look at how Spelunky does it. How does Spelunky do their backgrounds? How are they doing this? They got some rock textures out here. They got porcupines. They've got, okay, they've got some layers. For me, the PNG, this is not a PNG though. This is a VTuber model. This one I drew it randomly as like it's part of my line sticker collection. I should also drink water. Hold on. Before I answer your question in more detail, I will drink some water. All right, so to explain, Wolfie line stickers, sticker of Wolfie line stickers. No, it is the second set of line stickers. Why is it showing in Euro? This one. So this one, I drew some line stickers, and this is a character from that sticker set. And then when I was learning Live 2D, I needed a character to make a model of. And then I was like, what if I just make this one? And then I did. And then I wasn't really intending on streaming with it. I just wanted to, like, you know, test out Live 2D. And then eventually I did start streaming, and then I was like, I'm just going to use this as my model. And now there it is. That's how it is. That's where it is. And look, this outfit is specifically from this one. And I had an old outfit, actually, which I never used, but I do have an old outfit, which is this one. This one was from this one. It's right there. We also have the Mario one when I played Mario games. But this is my default now. Do I fear the copyright lawsuit? From what? What would they do? Who would have a lawsuit? I was thinking as an alternate outfit. This one could be one. This could be a possible one. I actually considered doing this for like April Fool's one year, and then I realized I don't know how to update my Live 2D model anymore. I don't know who is this. It's me. This is my line stickers. I'm gonna sue myself. Wolfie, copyright Wolfie, this guy out here. Copyrights. Unbelievable. I can't believe this guy would copy Wolfie's designs like this. That is absurd. Alright, was I the dirt texture, okay. So what if instead of being this very dark texture, what if it was this texture? What if it was this? Where did the source of inspo for the stickers come from? I just made them up. I don't know. I just drew some things and I said that is in fact the thing that I drew, and then it was good. And it was fine. Okay, is this better? This feels a bit less like hard to see, you know? Maybe this is better. Possibly. Although, what is this? Oh, it's because the shade of color is the same as the outline for the whatchamacallit, for the ladder. So now this looks a little bit strange. Okay, what if it was dark? What if we had the two light and dark? How do people make textures, huh? How do you feel when people say poggers in real life? I don't know. I don't really know anyone that says poggers like that often, except like ironically. So I don't know. It's like whatever, I guess. Okay, what if it was like this? What if it was a smiley face? Have you considered that this is smiley face out here? Whoa, dude. This is it. This is gonna be in the final game. This is kind of scary, actually. Imagine you went into a cave and then it just started to smile. Everyone was smiling at you. Was this character a girl? Yes. Yes, it was. Yes, she was. And then I started streaming. And I was like, well, I'm not a girl, so it can't be. So what if it could be gender ambiguous? I don't know. Up to interpretation. You just don't know. Okay, so we don't want this smiley. However, I do like the two colors together. So if I can find some kind of texture that looks nice with this, maybe we can use it. Oh, what if it was, wait, what if it was like this? Like that. You think that's good? Maybe that's it? No. What if it was like here, and then we have three of them. Four dots. What about there's like one is over here, another one there, and then we tried this one. Am I asking too much? No, I think it's fine. All right, this looks a bit strange. Actually, it looks kind of interesting. Dots of differing shades. Maybe. More dots. More dots. What if we have like, oh, that's an idea right there. What if we have Animal Crossing style dots? You can have triangles, you can have other shape. Underground Terraria. How do they do it? It's like that. They have rocks. They have a bunch of different rocks. They got this texture. Dirt texture. I think this looks good. Or I mean, I don't know. It looks alright. Super Mario World caves? Hold on. How do they do it? Oh, they look like this. Interesting. Interesting. I could consider having like something like that in the background. Okay, let's see how this one looks though. Cave story caves, how do they do it? Cave story cave. Is it not just like a solid color? Oh, they have this. Interesting. Stalactites? No, that's stalagmites. Those stalagmites are on the ground. Stalactites are on the ceiling. Although I guess they had both probably. Okay, so we need some kind of like rock-like texture. Some of them are just a solid blue. Oh, what about this one? What about these ones? What about this one, huh? Oh, this one's a solid blue. but oh, look at it! It's so noisy though. This is so distracting. Although it does look kind of cool though. It is an interesting setup. It doesn't look bad. I think it actually looks alright. I could maybe go with it. I could have like varying sizes of dots as well. Like right now I only have this one. It'll look better with a darker color. These are the darkest color. What about some blue? I think maybe this one is too bright. What if it was like this? Ooh, wait. What about that? What about this one? Wow. IRL caves are just the textures of stones and stones. They can be pretty, they can be dull. Something sedimentary rock. Different zones can have different color dots. No, we're gonna have the same one. Literally the same one. I think this looks alright. Alright, so these ones, they don't need to be as straight because these are not tiles that you walk on. So these we could have some diagonal stuff here. Oops. Some diagonal. It could simply be like this, even. They could even be like this. And that, and this. And this. And those. And these. And also those. Wow. Welcome, Jax. Random dot size. Yeah, I think that'll be what I'll try next. Okay, we can also remove these. And this. That. Okay, let's see how this looks. You're at a crossroads. Chicken crossroads. Do I go to Off-Kai Expo? What's stopping you? Why would you not go? You could go right now. You could literally be there right now. I mean, I know the convention is not happening right now, but you could be there in the convention center. Literally right now. Not a lot of vacation or extra money? Well, okay, then in that case, maybe you don't go. Have you considered not going? It would be money. You would be spending money. Which you may not actually want. You may not want to spend the money. But cool artists will be there, then you could consider maybe going. She's gonna be there, it is true. Choco Jax is gonna be there. You could get your own Choco J dog even. Imagine having your own Choco J dog. Amazing. Literally amazing. Of artists at home. Kind of want to 3D model and print and paint a Choco J dog. I think that'd be cool. It sounds like a good idea to me. Okay, so why are these not so? Okay, what if it was like I added these here? What if these were here? Is that anything? Is this anything? That is something. What about these? Got them. What about those? What about Bofa? Has anyone considered Bofa? Okay, let's try different size dots. Okay, so we have, you know, we have size 5 dots. What about size 3? Huh? What about some size 3 dots? Bofa what? Bank of America. The bank that we all know and enjoy. Also of America. Okay, this one. Size 3. Both of these Americas. Wow. Look at this. Are you seeing this right here? Looking good, huh? This kind of looks like a designer bag. It's like a Louis Vuitton or whatever. Louis Vuitton. Louis. And then we have some 1 pixel dots. I feel like 1 pixel is maybe too noisy. No, I think maybe it's fine. It could potentially be totally okay. Size 3 may be too small. No. There's some variety here. Look at this. Oh, I didn't re-import it. Hold on. To re-import this. I think it looks alright. Let's try a size 4 as well. Size 4. Now there may be too many at this point. I could replace some of the size 5. Or let's replace some of the size 3 with 4. Like, look at this. And then actually, okay, this one is here. What if I add more colors? You don't want players to mistake the shrooms for the background. Well, the mushrooms are they're really bright, so it'd be kind of hard to confuse the two. We can have some of this gray. Okay, this gray is kind of bright though. What about this purple? That's also too bright. What about this? That's also pretty bright. What about this one? That's the background color. A single pixel of green. I feel like that would be distracting, in my opinion. In my onion. Okay, this could be there. You're addicted to Replicube? Since not that long, I first saw you yesterday with the Replicube video, and I love your content. Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. I only played Replicube like once on stream. I played it off stream like on the day after. The day that I played it after I ended stream, I played it some more. I played it a bit on the day after, but I have not played it since. But, you know, I've been having a good time with it. Of the time that I have played it, it is quite fun. Okay, what if I simply like added, what if it was like that? This is something, right? This is some kind of thing. Brain is, I was gonna say the brain is game consuming. The game is brain consuming if you want to optimize your code. Yeah, thankfully when I play those kind of games, I don't really care too much about optimization. Like, I just care about getting it done at first. And then maybe later I can consider it. But then I never actually get to the later, so it never actually affects me. But, you know, I could see it being a lot of brain activity. I guess this is fine. This seems alright to me. This right here. It looks alright. Wow. I don't know if maybe it's a bit too noisy. It looks really nice though. No, it doesn't seem that noisy. I think it's fine. Alright, maybe this is good. This is maybe good. Okay, and then we can start adding, you know, a little bit more like texture. It may overload the screen. Maybe. Alright, so let's see. We're here. Okay, and then you could add some openings for some variety. Now, I don't know if that's going to be too distracting. I would decrease the size of blue dots compared to brown dots. That is true. Yeah, the blue is a bit more contrasty. That is true. Okay. If only there was an easy way to do this. I guess I could just like fill them all in. Hold on, we could do this. We can fill these in, but not all of them. We simply have it be contiguous. And delete these ones and those ones. Okay, so then all the blue ones could be size 4 instead. Maybe put this one here and there, and also here. I think that is probably good. We could replace some of these with brown ones. What about this? And that. And then this one, we could have this one be blue. No, it's right next to each other. Maybe that's fine. I think that's all right. Maybe. Ooh, look at that's kind of cool. Look at that. You can see through part of it. There's some openings. It's pretty cool. Alright, so let's see. Up here, you can maybe make a little opening like this. And then that one over there, that's fine. And then, you know, got a big opening here. You could maybe even have like a big open area. That's maybe too big. What if it was like that? And you could have one over here. Maybe it's a bit too much. Just have, you know, just have some in each room. Just like a real cave. Perhaps like this, and then we got some over here. 2 of these right there. Yes. Totally good. Maybe. Maybe it's actually bad. Alright, this one you can add an opening here. And there. Alright, let's see how this looks. I would not put one on a wall unless it's directing to a secret. Well, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, okay, this one looks a bit strange. I could get rid of these. We couldn't get rid of this one. And maybe this one. It's not going to look like that in the real game. It's only because I've edited it in the editor and not reloaded. Oh, look at that. Oh, what if I had like some light rays coming through? Wouldn't that be cool? If I made the cave area a little bit darker and then I had like some light sources. That could be cool. Or maybe it would be too much. I don't know. Wow. Yeah, God rays. Okay, I thought I got rid of... Oh, I didn't save. I thought I got rid of that one. Okay, here we go. I put this one there. Could remove that one. And this one. Alright, I think I need to also update the what am I saying? Me when I forget. Okay, I need to update this one to also be the cave. The rock. Bochi the rock. Right there. And then I guess like this stuff as well. Over here. Plan on improving the dirt, like adding fossils and gems. Oh, I could do that. I could consider it. Yeah, it is a bit boring right now. It could be some embedded shapes within. Need to add some holes into this room as well. Let's see. Background tile. Right, in this room we can remove that one, remove these two, and that. That seems good. I could make some of these also. Yeah, wait, this one makes sense to be a cave area as well. This one is pretty far down. I have this one here. And then all of these. This can all be underground. Wait, I'm doing this is the wrong texture. It's a cave background texture. You hear the ice cream truck outside? It's out there. It is literally out there right now. Alright, we have this. And then, you know, maybe this can be like this. That looks good. And then what? And then this. Alright, then we add some holes to it, of course, obviously. And then this one, somewhere over there. And there. Alright. Let's take a look at this. Whoa, look at this. Whoa, it looks so cool. Can you put some holes as loss? I could, but I don't want to. rather not. But you could do it. You could make your own game, and you could do it. Alright, well, at this point in the game, you don't have glide yet. I'm simply skipping through everything. First time seeing dev-related stream is in Metroid-like map. The whole map is one cell-shaped grid, or are they warps? Yeah, there's only one map. It was originally designed to be kind of like a Metroidvania, but then it ended up being very linear, and I think it's fine. I think it's, you know, it was supposed to be like you backtrack to some places, but then I just ended up not doing that. But, you know, it's fine. Totally fine. I think I could have some bigger, like this. I kind of like this shape. The ones that I have right now, they're like pretty small. Let's make them like slightly larger. The camera handling. Yeah, the when you move rooms and then it like smoothly transitions. Yes. Alright, let's see this one. We could do this. Do some of this. Well, what if I make an Among Us? Literally just have an Among Us in you. No, I would never. I would never do such a thing. But I could. As a game developer, I totally could, but I won't. But I could. Alright, let's see. What if it was like this? And then, okay, any other place that I could turn into caves? Oh, if I'm turning this into a cave, I need to also change the foreground. So this one, we got this right here, and there. Bam. And then this one, and these guys right there. Wait, this transition feels a bit rough. How do I make the sprite responsive? Wait, which one? Which sprite? Like the tile set? Hold on, what? I set something up wrong here. This does not look like the right. That's a different. I need to check what that is. But hold on. First, let me fill this in. Whoops, that is the wrong layer. I meant to fill in this one, and this one, and that one. Okay. When I add holes or switch terrain color, the edges auto put corners and everything. Oh, the I'm using a better terrain plugin, but this is also built into Godot. You can have it set up so that you can put this is a bit strange because of the way I have it set up is that I have a dual grid system, but typically you can set up like the neighboring tiles. So like this here, we have connecting types, and then it's like you can say, for example, you look at this grass, it is a decoration tile, and then you click on dirt. Dirt is below it. So then the rule is like, if there is dirt below this tile, put this tile on there. And then you just combine a bunch of rules, and then at some point you get some nice looking auto tiling. Like this. So this one just has a rule that's like, if there's dirt below it, use this tile. If there's dirt to the left, use this one. If there's nothing above it, you know, put grass up here. Stuff like that. Quite simple. Quite shrimple, actually. Let's see. Right, let me remove this. Okay, so I think that's good for this. I need to figure out why the intermediate terrain is weird. Let's see. Oops. So I think one of these rules is wrong somewhere. This one, it is also confusing because I have the same color being here. Never heard of such a thing in Unity. I'm sure it exists. Unity probably has an auto tiling system. It might be like a plugin, maybe. Maybe it's not built in. Is this built in? I don't know. Yeah, surely they have something like this. This is on the official website. All right, let's see. So the tile that is wrong is, let's see. Go to the foreground. Which one of these looks wrong? Wait, no, they look fine. No, this one looks wrong. What's wrong with this one? This is an edge tile. Why does that look weird? Let's check it out. The terrain. Okay, so this tile right here is a, is that a corner tile? What is this one? It's a bit hard to tell because everything is offset. Hold on, this one here is offset by 4, so it would be oh, I think this, wait, this is wrong, right? Is that what yeah, this one should not be there. This should actually be this one. Okay. So I think if I redo this, okay, that's what the issue was. Okay. So, are there any other places that I've done that with? This one also looks a bit weird. Why does that look like that? I could also make these a bit smoother. The transition is very squarish. I could make it like this perhaps. On these corners, have it be a bit more rounded. I think that might look a bit nicer. Yeah, that already looks nicer. And then I could also do this on this side. Like that. And then, what about, yeah, I think that's fine. I may have also done something wrong here. This one, this seems wrong. Oh, this is probably something I could figure out off stream. I don't need to do this on stream right now. But I will. I will do it right now because I can. Okay, so we got dirt is here. Rock. That is rock. Welcome, Mint. Thank you for the 28 years. Wow, 28 years. That's crazy. Hope you're doing well on this day. On this day that is Monday. Oh, this is, wait, is this wrong? No, this is fine. So the one that looks wrong is the top right one, which would be this one. So up here, that's rock. This is dirt. That looks fine. Why is that wrong? Why is this incorrect? We got rock here. Rock. And there's also rock. We got dirt. We got some dirt as well. Many a dirt to appreciate. Any dirt appreciators? This one. This one. That's dirt. This is dirt. That as well is also dirt. And these as well. Alright, what about the rock? What about Bochi the rock? That's rock. That's rock. These are rock. I mean, everything looks alright. Something here just doesn't look right. Wait, is it the bottom left? Watch that for the first time. Bochi the rock? Yeah, that was the first anime I had watched in years. I was kind of expecting to be like really into it and like watching, you know, watching a lot of it and then drawing fan art of it. I watched it and then I had no motivation to draw fan art of it. But I did enjoy it. It was nice. I get why people were flipping over it when it was airing. 100% there day one for season 2. Yeah, I will probably also watch season 2. So it's a good time. Bochi, she remember when they said Bochi the rock in the episode? Wow, that's why you're Bochi the rock. And we said, whoa, what the? That's a title right there. And then she was in fact Bochi the rock. That's crazy. She said the thing. Bochi the rock. What about Bochi the nuts? That doesn't make sense. How does that even make sense? Why is this wrong? Does anyone know why this is wrong? This also looks wrong. Why does that look so wrong? What is the deal? What's the deal? What if it was like this? Is that the issue? Oh, wait. Is it supposed to be like that? When Bochi said it's rocking time, and then she rocked all over the place. Bro, Bochi, that totally rocked, dude. So true though. She did in fact rock. Wait, hold on. So this is the blue texture. The blue texture is here. Oh, is the wait a second. It's because this is missing that. That's what it is. I've changed various things. All right, so that looks good, I think. Let's take a look at this. Ooh, look at this cave. Whoa, cave biome, that's great. Oh, you know what else we could add? It doesn't have to be all cave. Also, welcome Beachabone. We could have a little bit of grass inside the cave. Like where the mushrooms are, there could be grass. Yo, look at that. Wait a second. The mushrooms could have grass. And then, well, oh, look at that. Wow. Yeah, lush cave, perhaps. Oh, I could also add some vines. There could be vines in the cave. So true. Oh, that looks so nice. Vine sauce. No. Add some moss. That is true. I could add some moss. I think I'm gonna add grass to like the mushrooms, you know, because that makes sense. It does make sense that mushrooms would be on the grass. The roadwork. Oh, actually, the other day I saw a sign that said roadwork ahead, and I took a photo of it. You have reminded me that I do have a photo that says road work ahead. And I thought, so true. And I sure hope it does. Road work, I sure hope so. Alright, we got the mushrooms. There's a thing on the mushroom right there. Right there. And then I feel like it would make sense for the mushrooms to be... It's like where the light is, right? We could have some openings near the mushrooms. And that would explain... Well, actually, do mushrooms grow toward the light? I guess they would grow when it's dark, right? Would they be away from... Not all of them need light? Yeah, but some of them. What time is it for y'all? For me, it is 7:47 p.m. Mushrooms grow on top of decaying matter. So true. So true. Alright, what does this look like? Does this even look good? Ooh, that looks kind of interesting. I like it. Wow. Whoa, look at this actually looks kind of nice. This setup right here. Pretty good. 1:47 a.m. What the? It's so late. Mushrooms are like the flowers of fungus. Are they? No, keep. Okay, I should not be gliding here. You don't even need to glide to get to this one. And yet I'm failing. How can I fail so much? Wow. Look at that. It's environmental storytelling right there. Look at this. The crate does not have grass growing on it. You can tell this crate has been there for a while. It leads you to think like, why is this crate here? How long has this crate been here? Is this the ruins of a great crate civilization? A great crate civilization, perhaps? We don't know. Literally, no one even knows. Mushrooms. Crate expectations. All right, so where I have the openings, that's where the grass should be, because I think that makes sense. That makes so much sense, guys. This could be grass. That could be grass. Perhaps, maybe. This could be grass. We'll put an opening like right next to it. Let's see, we got the background tile. There's an opening right here. And then what? And then what? Like that. And that's good. And that's totally fine. I think this is good enough to commit for now. Alright, we should also check out the other area. The one on the right side. Why am I playing the game? Why don't I just drag the character over there? Imagine enjoying your own game that you want to play the game. What are the clovers? Those are bonus collectibles. So if you've ever played Celeste, it's kind of like those. It's like the strawberries from Celeste. Right, the player is here. Let us check out this area. Oh, look, that was kind of nice. Like, what's down there? and then, oh, I should put some grass in here as well. I've never played Celeste, so I will never understand the colors. Strawberries, they're just like, you know, they're like items that are out of the way, and they're just like a bonus objective. You don't have to get them, but you could. Random gems, yes. Someone did suggest that. I am planning on doing that. Let me add that to my to-do. Gems inside rock. And I think it would be pretty easy to do as well. I would just add a blue tile with things inside. Alright, let's add some grass to this. Oh yeah, bone as well. Yeah, bone and other rocks. Rocks, bone. True, so true. What was I? Oh, I was gonna add grass. Let's see. So here we got the foreground right there. Let's add some grass to it. Let's see the grass. Oh, this looks kind of weird though. Let me fix that right now. We have the cave background there. All right, the foreground. All right, we want to add some grass to this. Could be some grass right here. Grass right next to the cookie. Perhaps some grass over here, and then also here. And there. And also here. Alright, with there being grass over there, I need to add an opening so that it makes sense. Obviously. There's an opening right over here. And here. Oh, I didn't add any openings here. Let's add some right over here. There could be some larger ones, like that. Like this. Maybe some over here as well. I'm in a mindset where I need to create games. Watching you make your game in real time is so calming for my mind. I don't need to open FL Studio, Unity, Roblox. It's like you're making the game right now. You can experience game development vicariously through this stream. No need to make your game where you just watch someone make it. So true. Alright, I'm gonna add some grass over here as well. There. Here, so no, this is not the same as Parasol. Wait, Roblox? Are you making Roblox games? What's the deal with Roblox? Anyone locking the robes? I do. What? I've actually never played Roblox. I have seen many people play it though. It's quite the interesting environment they have there. I made one and on the process of making one. Yeah, I know they use Lua. That's like the one thing I know about one thing I know about Roblox is that they use Lua. Specifically Luau, I think that's like the dialect of Lua that they use. Luau. I actually use Roblox only to mess around, make mini experiences that cannot really be published as a game. What's an example of a mini experience? Like going to a museum, maybe like walking in the park. Web fishing, that's an experience. Blue is kind of disturbing. It is kind of bad. There's many things that are strange about it. One indexed arrays. Meta tables. Tables are just like, you know, they can be both arrays and also maps. Strange, quite strange. Alright, what does this look like? Go down here. Oh, look at this. Wow. That looks nice. Alright, well, I will commit this. I think that is all the development I'm going to do today. Let's check what we've added. Let's add, git add everything. -am specifically. Add background. Add cave background. Although one thing I should also do before I forget is that I noticed I did not actually set up the decorations to be rotatable. Symmetry mirror. These, what are these things? Where do I have these things specified? These things should be horizontally flippable. I should check. Okay, I've done the same thing for this now. Update decorations. Okay, that adds a little bit more variety. Symmetry. I might just fix them. Git fix them. Mostly test like animations, UI matchmaking. Oh, I see. Oh, they call them experiences. I see. Yeah, because they might not necessarily be games. That is true. All right. Well, that's it for today. Let me just check to make sure that my files have synchronized to my main computer. Let's see, go to Celeste, git log, add cave background. The question is, does that match my commit history? 1957-12. Yes, so it appears it has synchronized correctly. Let me just make sure. And just make sure that it's there. Okay. Watch. What was the command for like rerunning something? Was it watch? It wasn't watch. We talked about this last time. I probably have it in the history. What? It is watch. Okay. Well, okay, the file is already there, so I don't actually need it. Remove test. Okay, so now I'm going to close Godot in a sprite, and we'll see what day it is, and we'll race. Oh, a desert. What is this? I should also add note. To do moss. To do rocks, gems, bone, moss. Glad to catch up to one of your streams the day after finding out. Thank you for stopping by. And I will not be back until Friday. But I will not be doing game dev on Friday. Anyway, let's see what day it is. Let's raid someone. Let's see. Okay, we have National Limerick Day. Fibromyalgia Awareness Day. Am I streaming after turning the PC off? Yes. That is a separate PC. I'm primarily a Mac user, and I only use Windows when I'm streaming or I need to play a game of some kind that is not on Mac. Which is most games, actually. National Anthony Day. What? National Hospital Day, National Tampon Day, National Odometer Day, Hospital Day, Nurses Day, Day of Plant Health. I don't know, I feel like a lot of these are not that interesting of a raid message. We could do International Day of Plant Health. That could be a raid message. Unless the person... I'm following someone named Anthony. If they are online, I could raid them. Anthony... Nope, he's not online. Okay. So let's do... International Day of Plant Health. International Day of Plant Health raid. Now, I don't know what emoji you would use that would be relevant, but you could consider it. Alright, so who do I raid? Do I want to raid a game developer? Or someone that I already know? Or maybe someone that I already know who is doing game dev. Which is no one. Actually, no one that I'm following is doing software and game development. Let's see, who else is out there? Who can I raid today? Yo, there's this guy named Wolf is streaming. You raid that guy? Have we consider raiding that person? What about... I'm scrolling through the list. How about this person? No. What about, I'm just gonna rate someone I know. I feel like every time I rate someone... Wait, someone's doing Rust? What is this? Random projects in Rust? What is this? I know Rust. I love writing Rust. Oh, no mic, no cam. Well, that's a bit less interesting. I should what? What was I gonna do? I was not even reading chat. That I should rate someone new? I could. Or... Who do I know? You know, I rated most of these people recently. Okay, let's rate someone new. Should I rate Wolfus? Oh, that's what you meant. But you can't though. You actually can't raid yourself. I've tried it before. You can't do it. What's this guy doing? There's a gnome VTuber doing game dev. Let's raid this gnome VTuber. Sure. Slash raid. Gnomeable. They are programming something of some sort. Some sort of game. Making me want to get back to my main game dev and stream it. You could totally do it. You totally do it. You know, I feel like I relate more to game dev streamers than VTubers. Like the game dev streamers that have rated me, I feel like I'm more likely to watch their stream. Whereas like VTubers, there's like so many like there's like not too much connection, you know, besides the fact that we all have like VTuber models or PNG tuber models or whatever. It's like, I don't know, just something about game developers. Just, you know, it's more of a common community kind of thing. I don't know. For as much as I'd like the idea of VTubers, I don't watch any really. Don't you watch several? You've rated, I guess maybe you don't watch them. You've rated some. I guess you don't watch them. Game devs understand some pains. Exactly. You're like, oh man, solving problems, fixing bugs. Anyway, the raid's going. I will see you on Friday. No stream Wednesday. Goodbye.